Hi, Cardinals. This is Mrs. Grider, and we met at open house on Thursday, and I am here in the classroom getting the rest of things ready for Monday. I'm super excited to start our year together, and I have a story for you. It's a good way to end the last night before your first day of kindergarten. So here it goes. It's called First Day Jitters. And it is by Julie Danberg. First Day Jitters. Sarah dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you? I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry. You liked your other school. You'll like this one too. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard. And I just hate it. That's all. What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Do you think she'll go? Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. Sounds like she's ready. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. She is super nervous. And then they were there. I feel sick, said Sarah. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. There's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down into her seat. She's trying to hide even though she's already at school. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. And just like you guys on Monday morning, you will have teachers and Mr. Washington and Mrs. Carlson helping you figure out where to go. And I will meet you in the cafeteria. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. It's a lot of kids. There's going to be a lot of kids here on Monday too. But we will be with you from the cafeteria all the way to the classroom. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room. Class, I would like you to meet... Who do you think it is? your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell. The end. So just like kids on their first day of school, teachers are nervous too. I am excited. I'm nervous. It's a new year, but it's going to be great. So get a good night's sleep, and I will see you in the morning.